The Mermaid's Dream. At the bottom of the deepest ocean there lived a mother shell with a precious stone in her mouth. When the time came for the mother shell to open her mouth, a wonder was revealed. The baby stone inside was half green like an emerald and half white like a pearl. The shells from the kingdom of pearls assembled and made a decision. This baby is not one of us. The biggest shell in the kingdom remarked that the baby's body was half green, as though it belonged to the kingdom of emeralds. The mother shell explained that her husband lived in the neighbouring kingdom, where the emeralds were. A huge sea storm had seized her and carried her far away. The waves had swirled and swooshed around her every day for 300 years, until she found herself in the kingdom of pearls. Now, when the baby was born, it was half like mother and half like father, half pearl, half emerald. The shells with pure white pearls didn't like that. "Why don't you go to the neighbouring country? Surely you'll be happy to see your husband, especially now that your baby is born," they suggested. "It'll take me hundreds of years to get there. I'm not sure if I could survive that," she replied. But after a few days, the mother shell decided to go. She couldn't stand the hostility of the pearl shells anymore, for they asked the mother shell to give away her baby to the sea. When she refused, nobody spoke to her. "Better to die on a long journey than to watch dear friends turn against my baby," said the mother shell, and went off. She took a few grains of sand with her, so as not to forget the many nice years she'd lived in the kingdom of pearls. On her way, some fish were attracted by the shiny stone in her open mouth. The mother shell could only pray that they would not take her baby away. She tried to stay close to the bottom of the sea, encircled by sandy veils, to be as unnoticeable as possible. The waves carried her too slowly in the sea. The mother shell thought she would never arrive at the neighbouring kingdom. Then, one morning, she woke up, realizing that she was traveling very fast, almost like a shark. It was a dolphin that took her and her baby stone with it. Only 5 days passed, and they arrived in the neighbouring kingdom of emeralds. Oh, how happy her husband was. After 300 lonely years, he was again with his wife, who had brought their child too. Mother shell was cheerful as never before. She presented her husband with the rare, colourful grains of sand she had carried from the bottom of the deepest sea from the kingdom of pearls. The parents enjoyed swimming together in the little waves so much with their baby, whom they named Lucky Stone. Alas, the inhabitants of the kingdom of emeralds noticed that Lucky Stone was not only half green, but also half white. "This baby is not like the others," they grumbled. "Take him back where you came from, and then you can live with us," the inhabitants of the kingdom of emeralds told Mother Shell. The mother did not want to listen. She could never travel back to the kingdom of pearls, and her husband supported her well. But Lucky Stone found it impossible to stay there any longer. One night, when his parents were happily asleep, Lucky Stone loosened the tie which connected him to Mother Shell. He jumped out onto the seagrass, and soon he was lost in the dense greenery. At that moment, a mermaid was passing by. She stopped to take in her palm a beautiful starfish. The seagrass was also moved by her hand, and she immediately spotted Lucky Stone. She picked him up in disbelief. "Is it really half pearl, half emerald?" she wondered. "What a wonderful game of nature!" She imagined Lucky Stone on her necklace. "I am a mermaid, half woman, half fish. I am a mermaid, I can do what I wish." When she sang so, the underwater grass swayed with pleasure. Fishes danced with their fins, and sailors on the sea above fell in love with her voice. The mermaid was really happy. Now that she had found Lucky Stone, her greatest worry would disappear. She knew it, for she had dreamed long ago that precious gem called Lucky Stone would help her out. All her life, the mermaid had only one big worry. She couldn't decide where to settle, in the sea or on land. She felt like a guest everywhere she went, and she couldn't point out anywhere and say, "This is my real home." When she thought about that, the mermaid sang, "I am a mermaid, half of my heart set on the sea and half on the land. I am a mermaid, I wish my wandering would end. 2 homes belong to me, and I to neither of them." The whales cried huge tears as she sang so. The sea rose up in horrendous waves, and sailors died as they looked for the mermaid, hoping to save her. Now everything will be alright, the mermaid thought. Lucky Stone will help me choose which home to stay in. It's easy, really. The mermaid decided to throw Lucky Stone down to the bottom of the sea. If the green half landed upward, she would stay in the sea forever. If the white half turned up, she would choose the air and land for her final destination. To her surprise, the mermaid noticed that Lucky Stone was squirming around in her hand. His squirming and twisting made small balloons of air in the water, and when the balloons formed words, the mermaid read his words. Don't throw me away like everybody else. I may be good for your necklace, but not for your gambling dice. The mermaid felt a little ashamed. I didn't want to throw you away. I only wanted you to help me, she said. The small balloons above Lucky Stone again formed the words, I may be good for your necklace, but not for your gambling dice. The mermaid looked thoughtful for a while. Her pet, a sea dragon, which had been passing by, seemed puzzled by her sad expression, but he sailed on silently. Suddenly, the mermaid gently held Lucky Stone to her chest. Her blue eyes looked hopeful, vibrating from happiness. Her long orange hair stroked the waves when she swam up and down in the water, and she sang, I don't want to leave the sea. I don't want to miss the land. Richer I am than men and fish together, for I am a mermaid. The mermaid's song filled the sea with peace and gave nice weather to the sailors on the ships. The mermaid made a necklace from the corals and put Lucky Stone on it. She was the lady of two halves, and Lucky Stone, half emerald, half pearl, suited her perfectly. The mermaid realized that she didn't belong to just one home. 2 homes she could call her own. So she was twice as lucky as others. She was richer, not poorer, for having 2 destinations. Once a year they visited the parents of Lucky Stone, and all the inhabitants there greeted Lucky Stone with awe and honor. The mermaid's dream came true. Lucky Stone helped her to enjoy living in both homes. The mermaid wore Lucky Stone on all her travels in the sea and on land. They never parted, and the song can still be heard from the sea when the waves are calm. I am a mermaid, half woman, half fish. I am a mermaid, I can do what I wish.